like I'm talking to my phone like it's a therapist. And here is this Thursday's video. I don't plan these things. I just sort of have something I want to talk about and I throw up the camera and I just go. And I find that a lot more exciting and interesting for me to do. I want it to come from the heart. I want it to be true. I want it to be honest. And I think that's what people resonate with, is the honesty. And I've been getting some feedback from people. Somebody said to me the other night that he actually watched the entire 11 minutes of my Making Connections video. Like, I shouldn't have posted 11 minutes of video because like that's a lot of time to grab somebody's attention for, but he said that his attention was maintained throughout the whole thing and that he really enjoyed it, and it just like made me feel so great. So Yusuf, thank you for that, because that made me feel really good and that inspired me to not limit myself on how long I talk for, because when I do start just talking and rambling off, I feel like that's when I make my best realizations. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about today. I really hope I pressed record. The camera's not facing me this time because last time I was looking way too much at myself in the front-facing camera. Vane, come on, get over yourself. So I flipped it around so I actually make eye contact with the camera because I feel like that's better and more important. So I'm doing that. So I work at Starbucks, and recently they kind of condensed everything down into just 5 customer service commitments that we kind of base everything off of, and it begins with make every moment right. I'm going to go through each of the 5 commitments that we have, and I'm going to adapt them because obviously it's a customer service commitment, and I'm kind of taking these 5 ideas that I think are really great ideas and transferring them into a regular life. So the first commitment that we have is smile. Your body language says so much about you. If you're wearing a smile, you're more approachable and you're giving off good energy to all of those around you, and better things are going to come your way because you're smiling. So smile. The second commitment is offer a friendly greeting. And how I take that to mean is stop and say hello. Stop and say hi to people. In Toronto and in big cities, etc., everybody kind of looks away. If you accidentally make eye contact, people look away or look down at their phones or do something else. Break that wall. Say hello. If somebody is wearing something nice, throw out a compliment. Third one is for Starbucks is learn customers' names and orders. And the way that I kind of take that into like a real world look is get to know each other. Don't just listen for response. Listen with intent. Listen with attention. Listen with the desire to understand. Don't just listen to people so you can respond. Take the time to get to know the people you're spending your time with, because a lot of the times with some friends that we have, we don't really tend to know a lot of intimate details about them, or we don't tend to know a lot of intimate details about the people we work with. If you take the time to stop and get to know the people around you, not only does it bring you a stronger connection with them, but it can bring you a stronger connection with yourself and bring you a stronger understanding of who you are and how that person may fit or not fit into your life. The fourth one is, I think, the most important of them all, and it's the one that I struggle with a lot and the one that I really try the most to integrate into my life, and it's assume the best in others. If you constantly are out there thinking that people are out to get you, or you think that people have negative intentions or motives, or people aren't there to do the right thing, or people don't like you, if you're assuming negativity around you, negativity is going to come around you. If you're assuming positive intention around you, then good things are going to come around you. And from somebody who struggles with a little bit of social anxiety, but more so just paranoia and doubt and fear that the people around me that love me or that are my friends are judging me or thinking negatively about me, or sometimes in the worst way, I think that I just feel like people are talking shit about me all the time. I get so focused thinking on how other people are reacting and what other people are doing and what other people are thinking, that I get so focused on that and that I forget about the good. I get so afraid and I get so self-judgmental because I think people are judging me, and even people that are close to me, I feel like they're judging me, or they're thinking the wrong thing, or they think that I'm an idiot. One moment things can be so great, and then like something can happen and I'm like, oh my god, like they hate me, like they're mad at me, there's something wrong, I've done something wrong, like what could I have done? And that's such a bad mind frame for myself to be in. And so I'm trying to take this assume the best in others attitude and put it to my relationships and put it to the people around me, because the more I assume the best in others, the less delusional I'm going to feel in my head that people don't have true intentions or the right intentions with me. And I think that the more I think that people don't have the right intentions in me, the more I feed into that problem. And if I change that and try and assume the best in others, then in the end, I'm going to attract more of the best from people, and I'm going to attract that good intention, and I'm not going to have that fear as much anymore. So I'm trying to use this assume the best in others in my life, and I'm trying to let it change my perception on how people view me, because I have a great fear that people view me in a bad way. But I feel like at this point in my life, I don't know why it still exists, because I've had so many things help to prove otherwise, but yet it's still something that I feel at my core. And I think that this perspective can help me overcome that. And so I've been trying very hard to do that, and I've been making a lot of active changes in my life to try and give myself a clearer mind about these things. Outside of my own personal experience with it, I think that assuming the best in other people is always going to be a good thing. And people always get so worried about, oh, well, you can't trust anyone, you're going to get burned. And it's like, well, if you don't put trust in others, you can't get it back. And if you don't assume the best in others, they're not going to assume it back. So you can't live in this fear of being burned, but not trying for what you want, and not ever letting yourself trust people or feel okay around other people, because you're always going to be living in that fear. So if you just try your best to let go of that fear, which is what I'm trying to do by putting myself further out there and by being more vulnerable and being more open like I'm doing here, I think I'm seeing the benefits back from it, if that makes sense. There's more I could say on that, but at the end of the day, assume the best in others, and I think that good things will come back to you. And then the last one is say thank you. Simple as that. Say thank you. If somebody does something for you, say thank you. Make people feel appreciated. People love to feel appreciated, and the more appreciated people feel, the better work they're going to do, the happier they're going to be, and the better they're going to feel, and the better they feel, the better you feel. And what all 5 encompass is acting with integrity and acting with courage and acting with vulnerability, and letting yourself be true and be raw, and let people see sides of you that you might be afraid of, because it's not healthy to be hiding from parts of yourself, and it's not healthy to be stopping yourself from doing certain things or feeling a certain way because of what others might think or what others might do. The more you do your best to make every moment right in your life, the more moments and opportunities and great things are going to pop up and present themselves to you. So I think I'm just going to end it there. Happy Thursday.